Hi ho, monster fans, this is Dangerous Nallygaster here with more Recharged Yellow. So, as promised at the very end of my excursion getting back into Vermilion City, I was going to do a little bit of grinding, just get my newest team members, Eleanor and Winston, caught up with the rest of the squad. I also kind of got everybody a little topped up to 24. I don't think that's going to be significantly game-breaking, but if so, whatever. This game has already been very unkind to me. Speaking of unkind, I learned something while doing some grinding, and I learned something while doing some grinding in the grass over here. Let's just quickly remind myself which Route 11. There's a Mr. Mime there. So yet again, I can't win. This game. Oh boy. Well, no use crying over missed opportunities. Let's get on SSN and deal with this. I'm gonna see if... Now, I'm just going to go ahead and try to clear the entire boat, because that is what cool guys do. I don't remember all the different battles. I know there's a couple of really obnoxious ones, and of course there's the rival fight in here. This, I think, is one of the more obnoxious ones, because he's gonna have a Growlithe. Yep. But Chad's got this. Intimidate sucks. Chad's got this. Scratch. So I've been spending a little bit more time also over in the Discord server for the Recharge Yellow game on, and I guess all of Jaizu's other projects. And I know there's talk about rebalancing some Pokemon. I don't quite know what the approach would be for this, but if there is one thing I would like to call attention to that I don't know if everybody else is thinking about, is how middling the level up moves are for the starters and between like levels 20 and when they evolve. Like, none of them really feel like they get anything substantial. I think the next big move we could really look forward to for Charmeleon is Flame Burst, and there might be a chance that we get a better fire move before we even get Flame Burst. So yeah, sure, bring out Fiona. Why not? Just punish you for that. That's the main reason I didn't want to face the Growlithe, is because Growlithe will just roar and split my XP and make me very upset. Sure, this is my cabin, I think. Or would be my cabin, you know, if I was actually going to be taking part in this. Uh-oh. You insolent pup, how dare you? He's kind of got a point. Who am I to just be charging into these people's rooms and hitting them up for battles and taking their money? It is very rude. For once, I'm not poisoned. That's another thing that happened a lot. I don't know if it's just that I have the most rotten luck known to man, or if I've angered somebody, or if Jaizu just really turned up the odds on it. I was getting poisoned off of everything. Every move, every freaking move that hit me would poison my team in some way. And of course, it's not happening on recording, so I get to just come off like a crazy person. That's great. It's exactly how I want to be perceived by all 5 people who regularly review these. Bonjour. Ah, strong silent type, oui. Person from the Kalos region. I ain't getting your cherry pie. I wish I No, I don't. I was about to say, why am I wishing I wanted a Wigglytuff? Wigglytuff is a Pokemon that also I would look into giving some sort of boost if I were reincorporating its stats. It has a lot of HP and really nothing else going for it. I love Pokemon, do you? Yes. That's another thing. If you guys could actually see my folder right now that I use to follow my projects, my totally legitimate means of playing these games, I have so many mods right now for Pokemon, and I'm just kind of checking them out, seeing how they are, what significant changes there are. Because I've never had a chance to really play any of them. I was going to be very rude and dismissive and say I just had better things to do with my time, but that's not true. I was in college at one point. That I can promise you, I did not have better things to do with my time. Pidgeotto could be a problem because of crap like that. You're a dick, Pidgeotto. But not Beatrice. Beatrice is a lovely lady, and we will all respect her, as she has hard carried the squad. 25. Nidorina. Actually, yeah. I will switch out. Winston, this is a you fight. Magnitude's been rolling for a 6. Let's dig. Nidorina has bulk, but they don't really have a great offensive stats. And not exactly a wonderful move pool. Although, as we just saw, it has bite, so there's something. It does learn about the same TMs as Nidoking. It just kind of does everything Nidoking does, but worse. Mud Slap. We're really gaining Mud Slap at level 25. You know what? We can do... I don't care that 3 of our moves are ground and one of them is Fury Swipes, and so it's effectively worthless. Mud Slap could be useful. That's going to be very useful. That's going to be very, very useful. I don't want to use it quite yet because if I lose anyone that has Brick Break, I'm probably going to be really upset. I want to make sure, for one, I think TMs are not quite reusable yet because Return is no longer in my inventory. That's what I get for not really keeping this mod in particular updated. But it also is a matter of, I want to see if some of these that are really good, like Break, I have a chance to get again. I think this guy just talks to me about, yeah, he's on trail Team Rocket. Great. I'm stuttering. Why am I stuttering? Sailors will have a collection of fighting types and a water type. So Petunia kind of... I've never heard a Shiphorn in this track before. Was that something added? If so, that's really cool. I know there's been a couple of nice little details that have been added, especially in Recharged Emerald, where at night the buildings light up, including the Pokemon Center sign. That's really cool. So if they just added a Shiphorn, that's amazing. Okay, Goldeen. Goldeen has Peck. Goldeen also sucks. Usually. I know a couple of different Pokemon ROM hacks have gone out of their way to try to improve Goldeen, to give it a niche or something that it can actually do well. I should have thrown in Eleanor, but anyways. It's not like Fiona hasn't been holding her own for us. Fiona might actually be one of our secret weapons for dealing with Lieutenant Surge. Because Beatrice ain't going to be able to handle that. And if I'm getting to the point that I'm throwing Beatrice in, I might just be looking at a game over. I don't think I'm going to be trying to big brain the Surge fight like I did Misty and come in with half a squad. Because functionally, I have one, maybe two Pokemon that I think are really good for Surge. 3, actually. Because I just mentioned Fiona. And when I do stupid things like that, I tend to get my just desserts. We're actually doing pretty good progress. We're only we're a little over 11 minutes in, but I'm pretty much clearing this place out, taking all these scrubs for what they're worth. Oh, ha ha ha, rub it in. Oh no. Oh. Disable's not worth it. I briefly thought about Galaxy Braining and disabling for double team, but honestly, Disable has a low hit percentage, and also it's just anytime that you're looking to just disable your opponent with that move, you're probably better off just blasting them. Getting Confusion off was wonderful. And also nailing that clutch hypnosis. I don't think we will be nailing any more hypnosis. You're an annoying rat. You could have been our annoying rat if I did not have the worst luck of all time. Just get critted, lose my Pikachu. That one I actually... A lot of my losses I do kind of own. Some of them have just been through acts of idiocy, like what happened to my Rattata. I'll even go as far as to say Ivysaur was half idiocy and half arrogance. Pikachu was entirely just shit luck. Old men, if you're a gambler, you could have any number of things. I'm gonna keep Eleanor in. Nope, you're just telling me Cut is a hidden maneuver. I know. Is there a way I could actually get a double battle in on this? Actually, yeah, I'm fine with Beatrice. Beatrice is good. Nope, I'm not getting a double battle. That's good. I don't know if this game has a ton of potential double battle options. Alright, Rattata can be a little bit scary because Rattata has Hyper Fang and Bite at this point. Nailing Hypnosis, that's great. And now we're just going to confuse you. So yeah, if there's like minor things I could mention here, I know in the Discord channel I've already given feedback about very specific things, namely Beedrill. It's like I have a Beedrill. I would like it to be good. I would like it to be better, actually. But one of the main things that I think discourages people from really... Oh no, this crap again. One of the main things that really contributes to people not wanting to take a chance with Beedrill is the fact that its moveset is just lousy. My next worthwhile move, by the way, with Fiona is probably going to be in the 30s, and I don't even know if I'm going to keep using Fiona that far. Just because it drops off really quick. We're going to be getting a bunch of, well, I'd say we're going to be getting, but we've seen how things have gone. There's a lot of chances for our team to drastically improve in the next 3 to 4 routes, certainly as soon as we're done with Surge. And it's going to be really hard for me to justify using Beedrill over a lot of those options. It's already tough for me to choose to use Beedrill over Venomoth, because I think Venomoth in general is better than Beedrill. Alright, Growlithe, you're going to be obnoxious. We're going to Hypnosis you. I think Hypnosis has a 60% accuracy on here. I don't think it has the wonderful / aggravating 80 accuracy. Oh my lord. Well, you know what? I was due a low roll on Hypnosis. And apparently this Growlithe is just choosing to do nothing. That's fine. Die. Kind of now have vendetta against Growlithe because of what that little monster did. It scared me away before I could catch one. I don't think Ponyta has Flame Body. And if it did, we're going back to our room. That's fine. Completely fine. Ponyta gets so much XP. They're kind of wonderful for grinding against. I used them, especially in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, because there's a route where they're a fairly common encounter, at least as common as Ponyta tends to end up being. So they're good for that. Ponyta's another Pokemon that I feel like could use some boosting in some way. I'm just not quite sure how it should be boosted. I can't quite put a finger on it. Because I don't think you can lower... I don't know. Maybe there is a way to... Because people change the trait evolution stuff all the time. Maybe there is a way to lower its evolution level, because that's really the thing that holds back Ponyta is you're using a Ponyta until level 40. That is like some Unova level nonsense. And I say that as somebody who really loves 5th gen. But a lot of these Pokemon that evolve late, it's usually because they're encountered very late in the game. Like about the time you normally can encounter Ponyta in Red and Blue, you're looking at it on Cinnabar Island, so you encounter it, and it's going to be in the mid-30s or something. And by then, it's only a few levels and you got your Rapidash. We're gonna Stun Spore you. That might set off Guts. I really need to just be more careful. Be more cognizant of using my Pokemon knowledge and intuition. Oh. Well, I'm very happy that Winston was never going to be coming out against you. Two of those would have killed Winston. Also, Winston just wouldn't have anything that could really do to it. 25. We'll send in Eleanor. Tentacool is a Pokemon that I know people get really annoyed by because, depending on the game, you will encounter a billion of them. looking at you, Ruby and Sapphire. With Hoenn having several major routes that are entirely water, so you will encounter Pelipper and Tentacool multiple times. But Tentacle's actually a really solid Pokemon. Very, very bulky. Has pretty good special attack, good speed. I've used Tentacool in just general playthroughs before, and I've been very happy with it. If you haven't noticed, so it's the sprite for... Oh yeah, the sprite for Pidgeotto is just, I think, a slightly off-colored Pidgeot sprite. That's funny. If you notice, I have not been running back to the room to heal every time, because I'm as hard up as I am not that hard up. If you hear some noise in the background, is because we have upstairs neighbors that love to vacuum every 3 days. More power to them. We should vacuum more ourselves. It's just, it's impossible for me to schedule around it because sometimes they'll vacuum first thing in the morning, and sometimes they just vacuum at like 9:30 at night. That's happened before too. So I don't know what to do with them. Okay. This thing has... Shelter and Cloyster have really good defense, and that's about it. I've used Cloyster a couple of times in different playthroughs, just because you get curious. You see a Pokemon that you've seen a dozen times, and you think, maybe I'm missing something with it. The answer was I'm not missing anything with it, especially when it doesn't have the ability to drop its defense and then drastically boost its attack and speed. I just feel like Shelter and Cloyster are pretty underwhelming. I guess I could comment on that as well. I know I'm okay with people rebalancing Pokemon because frankly, in some cases, there's just way too many Trashmon. What I'm not okay with is I don't want every Pokemon good. I know that just seems ludicrous on my part, but here we go. I think there's some beauty to... I think part of it, especially with Nuzlocke, is that gambling aspect where you could get really lucky and get something cool and powerful that could just solo everything. I think that's awesome. But I also think there's something to be said about getting unlucky and having a Pokemon that is underwhelming that you have to work with and try to make the best out of. I know, I'm arguing this as after arguing for Beedrill to get balanced. But the main thing I want rebalanced with Beedrill is just give it some moves, give it the ability to do something. I'm not arguing for Beedrill to get the stats that it gets as Mega Beedrill or anything. I just want Beedrill to be slightly more competent. I think we've only got our rival fight next. Yeah, I think it's just time to fight a rival. That's cool, because that means next video we could just lead off with fighting Surge. Now, Jaizu's already showed their hand and indicate, and this is going to be a different battle than what I'm used to with it. There was a Spearow last time. So, I'm going to lead off with my Pidgeotto. Sup, Haxor. I think with that line, I've already caught 40 types of Pokemon. People have pointed out that Haxor is a dirty, dirty liar. Oh, you're just a Pidgeotto. I thought for a second I was going to get a Fearow. Well, Beatrice is better than you. Get returned on. That might kill. That does kill. We eat those. Get out of my face. Eevee. Fiona, you're cool. But yeah, when he says it's like, I caught 40 types already, people have done the math and stuff and pointed out that that's impossible. And if he actually had 40 types recorded, he would either be using a full team or a better team than what he's running at you with. Double team. Okay, your Eevee's a dick, and I am not going to sit there and play that game of Fiona. Beatrice. Haha. Yeah, quick attack all you want. I'm going to return you. I'm going to return you to Shadow Realm. And I think that's actually kind of the point. I think people are missing that in the reading. That your rival is an asshole. He is a cocky little brat. And I actually think it's a little subtle bit of good writing that he is just pretending that he's better than he actually is. Because every time you get the chance to encounter him, more than likely you might be stomping his ass out. So he isn't as good as he claims he is. Although he does have a shiny Oddish in this game, so I have no problem doing all these horrible, unspeakable things to him. A shiny Oddish with Sludge Bomb. What a jerk. I don't have Sludge Bomb for Petunia. I wish I did. 25. This is what I mean. This is what you have when you were the virgin Beedrill user and not the Chad Butterfree person. Oh my god. I guess Rage is slightly better than Fury Attack. Maybe. I don't want either. But yeah, that is what I mean about how Beedrill just drops off hard, and a lot of it is because its move pool is terrible. You should go see him, smell ya. But hey, at least now I have an option for teaching something cut. We'll heal you up with some... I'm not going to joke about it being a sensual massage because this player character is a child, and that is gross. We will get that HM1. Why don't you use it to cut some bushes around Vermilion City? I will. We're going to run out of here. I was not expecting to just clear the SSN in one go like that, but hey, I guess that's part of the beauty of being overleveled. I think the ship noises were the ship noises in the original? I don't know. I've never heard the horn before, but to confess, I don't think I've played Fire Red Leaf Green with a headset on, so there's a chance that it did, and I just didn't really hear it because it is kind of low. It's just in the background. But hey, we've cleared SSN. We've had no more tragedies, no more drama. It'll probably take me 20 minutes to do the Vermilion City Gems puzzle next session anyway. I don't know. I have rotten luck on that puzzle, and this has not been a great luck run as it is. So, what we're going to do is we're going to call it here. Thank you everyone for watching, joining in, and hopefully having a great time with me as my struggle session continues with this game. Oh, Chad also can learn, Cut. I might teach Cut to a few Pokemon, just on the grounds that I have a lot of Pokemon that have really bad moves right now. And I'm getting to the point where I can actually get to the move deleter, so I'm a little less worried about teaching HMs. But hey, we learned and then got rid of that awful move. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you all had a fun time. For all the new people who joined me over the course of this Pokemon journey, thank you. Drop a comment, leave a like, tell me what your favorite encounter is in the Vermilion City area. It could be either in Fire Red, Leaf Green, Red, Blue, Green if you're Japanese, or even the Let's Go games, because the Mr. Mime encounter is something that that Jaizu had to have lifted from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So once again, thank you for joining me, and I hope you join me again.